Hello, my name is Yogini Rasa. I am certified open yoga teacher. And today we are going to work further on our courses of yogaopenyoga.com on the course What is Yoga? And we have to look through several more questions on our way in exploring this topic. So, quite a few have asked how many kinds of yoga exist. Is it one teaching or there are many different kinds of yoga that there are? There are as many kinds of yoga as there are ways you can express yourself. That means quite a lot. And they all form one unified teaching. So it means that you can do one kind of yoga, you can do the other kind of yoga. But all in all, in their essence, they are the same, even though the methods and approaches can be quite different. But all of them are following the first two principles of yoga. So there are no differences in this way. What used to be the learning process of yoga, you would ask? In the ancient times, as far as we know, the process was verbal. It means that there were no written material for you to use like they are now, or the video materials, but all the knowledge was given from the teacher to the student personally and verbally. Only later was the time new texts appeared, and there were some schools that use the written materials, but there are still schools that are used to and are using still the verbal transfer method of the material. The first material that was available in a written form, but before that was in a verbal form, were the Vedas. And this is the kind of foundation, the base for many yoga schools that there are today, and we will talk about this aspect a little bit later today. And we can't really tell what were the most ancient written materials, where are they. There are a lot of things for the linguists, historians, and other professionals to study in order to explore what happened in the history and what is there. And we don't have the access to the ancient yoga materials that the origin of it was made, because they don't really exist in a material form that we could kind of feel and be more tangible. We know that there are the ancient yoga schools, and most of them are regarded as classical ones, and they are founding their knowledge on the Vedas. Thereby we could use this as material as the foundation, but there are not many people who can read this material, and even less people who could understand it. There has been the material summarizing all the yoga. It's Yoga Sutras by Patanjali. However, he offers the 8 steps or Ashtanga yoga. That is also kind of a school of yoga, but this is the way the Patanjali offered. And this is just one of the writings summarizing things, but if you would take a look, it's very small. Each school is trying to, and each teacher usually who is feeling strong enough, or due to some other reasons, are offering their comments to this material. So if you feel strong enough, I would suggest you to get to know Patanjali more, and maybe on our way of our studies we get to this material in more detail. So if we don't know much about the original materials of the yoga, then you might ask, but where is it coming from? What do we know about its geographical location? And maybe there is some information that could help us. It is also a great mystery, even though a lot of people if they would ask, if you would come to the street and ask where is yoga coming from, they would say India, maybe Nepal, or nothing else. Yes, India and Nepal are more of their hostess countries that are there now. But as the evidence shows, the scientists have worked that the elements of yoga and some different understanding of this teaching are available in different geographical locations among different nations. It means that it traveled, it was spread in different places, and the geographical region was quite wide. If we go back to the evidence that the people are searching for, like the detectives, they would say that there are some mentions that yoga is coming from the north. But we don't know if it's north of Himalaya, of India, or it's the North Pole, that is the north of our globe. We don't know this, and this is the great mystery that, again, the historians, linguists and archaeologists can work on. But this evidence is not staying as long as this teaching has been here, but we try to find as much as is possible, and it's good to use some scientific aspects in this area too. As you remember, we discussed the scientific relations of the yoga last time, so I hope you did it very well as you are here today now. Then there are questions about the schools and the names of the schools. What are really the meaning of it? Some schools have the names of their teachers, some schools have the names of the kind of yoga, some schools have some aspect that is important for them, but it's more like the name. It doesn't really differentiate them, because schools with the same name can be very different, because there can be different schools with the same name, and there can be schools that are very similar or even the same with the different names. So names are just for you to kind of feel this fact, for differentiation, as we like classifying things. And the School of Open Yoga, and the other name that has been used by us, is the School of Ananda Swami, is the classical school, and it's based on the Vedas, and that's the most important factors that differentiate it. But the goal of this school is to save the knowledge we still have available, as well as to rediscover more and to offer it to the other people, for the people to be able to use it. Thereby we are open yoga school, and that's the beauty of yoga. It's nice and logical and widespread, but the question is in the way that we use the methods in order for people to learn. And then there is a question, how do I know that Open Yoga School is my school, or Ananda Swami school is mine, or whatever school I'm looking at, that it's my school? Again, like with the original writings, with the geographic location, spreading of the knowledge, it's impossible to give you kind of the list where you tick, yes, this is true, this is false, this works, this doesn't. Either you feel it, this is the feeling that you say, yes, I feel that this is my school and I agree with this fact, with the ways of the teaching of this school, and I feel the harmony there, my intuition says that it works there. Do we always say that the intuition is right, or it's really our intuition, or just we kind of try to imagine it? You never know. If you find something better, then more logical, more comprehensive, more complete, then this is your responsibility as for the yogi, to go there and to stand strong in the teaching that you believe in. there are differences among the schools, but if you would ask us to kind of assess the differences between your school and that ABCD school, then we can't. In order to explore the school, you have to learn there, you have to be there. It's not for the external viewer to be able to tell what kind of methods are used. Either you go deep in the school, or all that is going, all as it looks like from outside might be that way and might not be this way. It kind of can, as you remember, we had these three things of the knowledge, either illogical, logical, and then supreme logic. Then choosing of the school is in this supreme logic. So getting out of illogic to the logic, and then working with the tools that we have. And then the next question, how expensive is to learn yoga? Is it expensive? Is it cheap? Or should the yoga teachers give this teaching for free? Yoga is self-exploration. Thereby you explore yourself at your own charge of your time and resources, the place, finding the place and stuff like that. What yoga teachers are doing, they are trying to remove the obstacles for your way to be as clean as possible for you to study yoga. And they are investing their time, their resources, they have their families, they're doing some work for you. Thereby it is only normal if they receive the money for that. Even though if you are going to the free public yoga class or yoga in the parks, you have the free lessons, or you are using the free courses of the open yoga. It means that still there is some monetary exchange and financial exchange that somebody is paying for this chance to happen. And if people are investing their resources there, that like yoga teachers, they are eligible to receive the money in return. Because this is the problem of today, when a lot of yoga teachers are investing resources, offering their classes for free, and people for some reason don't seeing the meaning to pay. Today this person is kind of offering for free, then I'm going to where it's free, and then the next day I'm going to another teacher and another teacher, and thereby a lot of possible or potential yoga teachers will never become that good, because they also have to invest their resources, at least getting to the teachers, traveling there. They have some other costs that are important. Thereby support your yoga teachers. If you find what they are doing is good, as well as for any other project. If you see that person is great, then just show them appreciation, saying thank you, and also helping them to grow. I'm saying thank you for being with me here today. Review please the text material, as you will find a lot of information there, and the test is yours for us to meet the next time on the next class. Bye bye.